I was already picking out what I was gonna wear tomorrow. Loose clothes, and everything, and I was gonna have my sneakers on. Cause it was just,
real hot girl shit. Ay. Lay on my stomach, toot it up, do the cry, baby. Look back, hold it open, now he annihilated. Moaning like a bitch when he hit this pussy. Damn, he probably wanna wear my hoodie. Choke me, spank me, look at me, thank me.
What up, Cam Gang? Welcome back to another YouTube video on my channel. Hi, my name is Camden, aka Camlifa. And if you already are a part of the family, welcome back. And if you're new to the family, thank you for joining. And yeah, so you see we in the car. But like, it ain't just what y'all think it's about to be. It's not a drive with me. I will just be sitting here because gas, baby. Yeah. So yeah, I got gas, but you know, y'all see that? Let's go ahead and get this. Let's go ahead and get this. Y'all see that? That's freshly done. A good 2 days. Good 2 days. But and it's a line because I'm a Leo. But today is a story time of a good 5 days ago. But today's a story time on, and I just felt like I should do a story time because y'all remember what my pet peeve was? Fake people. And this is what the story time is about. Like, just so fake, say phony. Okay, so if y'all want to get into this juicy story time, go ahead and get into it. Okay, guys, I'm back. So basically, have y'all ever just been, like, in your high school days, have you ever just had a close friend that it was just so, like, the bond was so there, so y'all got to a point where y'all was calling sister and brother, your mama got to calling you daughter and son, stuff like that. So I have one of those friends. It's just like, I don't even consider her a friend no more. It's just we're brother and sister, and that's just that on that. So I would be over at my sister's house sometimes, and then she would have this friend. What we gonna name that friend? We're gonna name that friend Juggler. Okay, so I'll be on my sister's house, and she would have this friend named Juggler come over, and I knew of Juggler, and I knew she was pretty cool people, but it was whatever. I just didn't think none of it. I was like, I know her enough for me to sit here and be cordial, and we have a good conversation. Cool. So when she used to come over, when I was over there, we would have kick it, talk, and everything else. Good vibes, you know? And it got to a point where almost every time I was over there, she would come over, or if she was over there, I would come over. It just got to a point, it was just like a constant thing to where we was like, okay, we cool people. Let's kick it more often or whatever. And so it got to a point where we was in group chats and everything else. And it was just like, disclaimer, I'm not shaming this person or nothing. It's just a story time. This is content, and the situation is over for me, in my opinion. It's just like, I see how you are, I just see I can't mess with you no more. No problem with you, nothing. So anyways, so yeah, it got to a point where we was in group chats with like 2 other people. We were just really kicking it, and like we would hang out on maybe the weekend sometimes. It was just very good vibe. Okay, and so one day, I decided to make this private story on my Snapchat. I have a bunch of private stories. Hold on. I have too many private stories to count, and it's a shame. Okay. So I have a bunch of private stories, but I made this particular one where I just felt so confident, and I was just showing what my mama gave me, as I should. So yeah, it just was a private story. I was like, hey, put on my main story. I said join if you want to. There was a couple people that joined that I just really wasn't too fond with, and I took them right out. But you know, with the people I was pretty fond of, and basically like, talk to them on a kind of regular basis, not just on a very, very, very regular basis, but like talk to them enough, I left them in there. And so she was in there. And so basically it was just a private story with me showing what my mama gave me, as I should, and I'm gonna keep saying that, as I should, because who is somebody to tell me that I shouldn't be able to be confident and show what I like to show? Who is somebody to tell me that I can't be doing that? But yeah, anyway. So, I posted 2 nights in a row before anything just got out of proportion, right? So, fast forward to like the 3rd day of me having a private story, I was at work. and I get a phone call from one of my good closest friends. That's why I only have a certain amount of friends, because you just can't trust nobody. And so my close friend, he was like, who all in your private story? I was like, why? He was like, who all in your private story? I said, if you tell me why, I'll tell you who in there. And he was like, because somebody showing your private around the school, and you know how I get, and I'll be at that school in the morning. I said, okay. So I go to this phone, go to that private, and I start reading off the names. And he was like, well, which is my other friend, he was like, y'all, okay, I don't know why I'm doing this. Y'all know Lewis, y'all know Trey. Simple as that, boom. So Lewis was the one called me, and he said, Trey said, so he was in class, and they was talking about your private and you, and he had to check them and be like, hey, that ain't none of your business. Y'all don't need to be worried about that. And the people said something, and it was just what? I was like, well, who said it? He was like, child, Trey won't tell me. I was like, Trey, who is it? He was like, just stop, because he ain't gonna tell you. I was like, well, he was like, because he know how we get. I don't care how I get. I still needed to know. I still needed to know who that person was, just simply because you won't play on my top. You won't play on my respect. At the end of the day, yeah, you in that private. Yeah, I posted it for y'all to see. But the private mean private, babe. If private mean if you in there, it's private between us. But it's cool. So, I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm getting to a point, I'm like, so I get on my Snapchat, the private story I posted in, and my main story. On my main story, I said, if y'all got anything to say about what I do, 3 options. Tell me, fight me, or shut the F up. I said, disrespectfully and respectfully. And I meant that. And so, and then in my private story, I said, okay, so which one of y'all showing my private story? I said, be honest and be bold. So, the person that did it never slid up. I guess they didn't see it in time or whatever. But by the end, y'all know Shatori too. That was the one that was on the phone in the last vlog. If y'all did see that last vlog. The one, yeah, y'all should know Shatori by now. Y'all should know everybody by now. But yeah. So, Shatori was like, who? I was like, I don't know. Trey know, but he won't tell me. And so, by the end, she watching out for me. She go figure it out, and then she come back and tell me. I'm like, wow. I was like, her out of everybody? Not even supposed to be like this, but we supposed to be like this. Oh, we're supposed to be like this. Yeah, I get the point. It's like, it ain't just a friend, it ain't just an associate, like, it ain't got no title. We talk every day, so what else could it be? And so I was like, wow. I was like, her out of all people, wouldn't expect that. So the tea was that she was in classroom asking people was they in that private, and then everybody at that table, she was just showing. Okay, cool. No, it ain't okay, cool. That was just the story I got. By the end, I'm furious, want to fight. It's just a bunch of things going on in my head. So, yeah. Yeah. Where we at? So, Shatori told me, I'm like, oh my gosh, Shatori. By the end, when I get super, super mad, the tears start falling. Want to just beat a hoe up. And so, I'm like, Shatori, calm me down, because once I start crying, I really clock out and go to her house or her job, wherever she at. So, by this time, Shatori was like, it's okay. Oh, I called Shatori. She was like, just calm down. She'll just calm down. She was like, that's just showing you that she ain't your friend and you can't trust the people at that school. Because Shatori said a long time ago, my school, these hoes not to be trusted. And so, she was like, I told y'all they not to be trusted. She was like, it's cool. She gonna get hers or whatever, stuff like that. So, I'm calming down or whatever, or what part. And so, I be slick. I text the group chat we in. I said, oh my God, y'all, somebody's showing my private. And then she says, LMAO, I didn't show nobody. I was looking at it and they were in my phone. Mind y'all, while we at school, like, you was watching it, but using my phone. I posted it that night before we even went to school the next morning. So, I mean, you had to go back to it, okay? Okay. And so, I was like, you was watching it, but, You was watching it, but I posted it last night. And she was like, well, I went back to go watch it when we was talking about it in the other group chat. Because everybody in that group chat was almost like, because it was a boy. And so, everybody in that group chat was in the group chat. So, of course, we would talk about it in another group chat. But, like, I just don't get the point. So, you saying you went back to it to watch it and everybody was in your phone. Did you go back to watch it for you to show everybody to be in your phone? That's the gag. So, I said, that's not what I heard. She said, what you hear? And she was like, it's a bunch of people showing your story. You know how people be trying to, bring their case down to, because they know they ain't wrong. They try to bring somebody else in their wrongs too. No, as a friend or whatever we was, that wasn't right by you. I don't care what other people were doing. I wasn't like this with them. I was like that with you. So, I'm going to hold you more accountable than I will them, you know? So, I said, either way, I said, we supposed to be cool. I said, so for you to do that, that's not cool. And I was like, you lucky if I don't stick you tomorrow on my soul. And I meant that with every part of my body, you guys. I said, you lucky if I don't stick you tomorrow, because by the end, I was already picking out what I was gonna wear tomorrow. Loose clothes and everything, and I was gonna have my sneakers on. Cause it was just like, it was a respect thing for me, honestly. And so, then she was like, boy, bye. So-and-so was showing your private at lunch too. But mind you, the person she said was showing my story, I'm like this with her. And so, I was like, I just don't believe that, or whatever. And so, I text, girl, I was like this, what we gonna name her? Her name start with a J too. We're gonna name her Jungle Juice. What's that? Yeah, we're gonna name her Juggler. So, Juggler said Jungle Juice was showing my private too, but I'm like this with Jungle Juice. And so, let's see. So I text Jungle Juice best friend, and I was like, Juggler saying Jungle Juice was showing my private. I was like, that don't sound like Jungle Juice. She was like, yeah, you know my girl wouldn't do that or whatever and stuff like that. I was like, I know, that don't sound like her. And so by then, what we gonna name her? Dove. We're gonna name her Dove. Dove called Jungle Juice up, and we get on a three-way, and I explained the whole situation to Jungle Juice, and she was like, no, I did not do that. And she was like, you know, if I had to say anything or had to say anything about what you do in your private, I would tell you. And why would I have to say something about you in your private and then it's your private? I was like, period. I was like, that don't even sound like you. And so by then, we just laughing it up, kikiing or whatever. So, by then, we just kikiing it up or whatever, and we just talking about the whole situation. Jungle Juice like, yeah, yeah, I say, yeah, girl. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't do that or whatever. And I was like, yeah, girl, I didn't believe in not one bit or whatever. And so, by then, I'm basically chilling. Like I said, I don't have no problem with her if she do see this. I mean, I still got a class with her. But I don't have no problem with her. It was just, I'll tell her how I felt about the situation. That was very fake and very phony of her. And I don't care how she tried to explain it and everything else. I don't care how she tried to explain it. I don't care how she tried to defend her case. It was wrong. It was fake at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, if she was on her private posting her coochie, I wouldn't go be walking around the school showing people. Just simple. But yeah, like Shatoria said, these hoes not to be trusted. And y'all remember that. These hoes not to be trusted. So don't just think they your bestie, your best poo. Because at the end of the day, they're not to be trusted. You have to let them gain their trust for them to get that title. And that's coming from me. Because it didn't take her long to be like, oh, that's my girl. That's my girl, that's my world. It didn't take her long to get that title. And that's usually not me. It's just like, But yeah, that concludes the story time. Oh, that ain't even the full story time. I really just cut it a bunch short. So that night when I got home, before the whole Dove and Jungle Juice conversation, I had told my mama, I was like, well, mama, if I get in a fight tomorrow, just letting you know. She was like, why? So I told her the situation. And she was like, well, Camden, that's a girl. And then I told my cousin about it. She was like, don't fight her, because at the end of the day, if you get an assault charge, you might as well throw away college. You might as well do everything. Just throw it away. You're going to be working at McDonald's. And I was like, yeah, you're right. She was like, and you don't have to beat her up, because life will beat her up. It might not be today, might not be tomorrow, might not be next month, might not be this year. But life going to beat her up. I was like, you're right. But yeah. That concludes the story time. I thank y'all guys for watching. As always, I hope y'all enjoyed this story time as much as I enjoyed telling it, because I don't even do that much story times. So it was like I actually had something to do a story time about, and it felt good. So I'll see y'all guys for the next video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all for the next video. I am out. Peace.
See, time for it on your feet. Diamonds like a wedding ring, and your lashes on.